Very soon. Welcome to this week's update, and we are all excited. The IDO is starting in how many days, Alex?
I don't know. I can't count at this point, but it's starting on December 16th.
Exactly.
You should visit, you should read a lot of resources available. So we are excited and nervous, as it's supposed to be.
Yes, the days are all blurred into one, and the weeks are all, and the months are feeling like days at the moment. Yes. So Shaila, hi, how are you?
Hi there. Lovely to be here again this week. So I've got a really good update for this week's community call. We are actually in the midst of writing out our structure for our ambassador program. So very soon, you've got to stay tuned to the channel. Very soon, we're going to be announcing our new ambassador program campaign. So stay tuned for that. And thank you to so many of you who've already gotten in touch with me. So I've been getting a lot of community members emailing me directly with like questions and things they want to clarify, and also loads of helpful community members just saying how they want to help out. And it's been really, really nice and really warm welcome for me at Uplift. So thank you so much for that. And please stay tuned for the next big announcement around the ambassador program and see how you can get involved.
Yes, and back to the IDO, you have all the information that Shaila is sharing on all our social media platforms. So make sure to read all of that. Make sure to follow the steps. I mean, the videos are just brilliant, Shaila. I want to thank you and your team for making, it's so even lawyer proof, because I can follow the steps. So normally we get very easily confused in the technology, but if I can follow, you all can follow, that's for sure. And today we have our special guest, Mr. Imam Pulis. Thank you so much for being here.
Such a pleasure to be among this community. I feel like I kind of know you already because the voting was on fire a few weeks ago in Malta, when Uplift was awarded the Accelerator of the Year award at one of our shows. So it's great to be here. I know how vibrant this community is.
That's exactly, and that's what the power of Uplift, our community. And I remember how you mentioned to me, saying, Arina, who are these Uplifters and why are they emailing each of them, 5 times, 8 times a day? And then that's how the whole conversation happened. The community is so vibrant and the community is so active, and it's very complementary to what you're doing at Ikigai.
Absolutely. I think there's great synergies. Seems like a match made in heaven, and I really look forward to do more with you guys. Really looking forward.
That's amazing. So just a little bit for some of our community who are not from crypto space and who are not from gaming space. Iman is the founder of Sigma, and he'll talk about that. And Sigma is a huge gaming powerhouse. They've been the largest gaming show in Europe. Is it in Europe or in the world? What's
worldwide? Safe to say worldwide at the moment.
Oh, fantastic! You see,
yeah,
and
very lucky with that.
Iman and I met 4 or 5 years ago at the very first blockchain event. His team specifically reached out to me, specifically said, we need more women speaking, we need more presenters, please do come. So I flew all the way from Dubai to a tiny island of Malta that I've never been to, and it was such a warm welcome. It was such a great event. Huge partnerships were built during this event, and here we are 5 years later. I'm really happy to continuing the trend, continuing building the partnership and building together. And Iman, do you mind giving us a quick presentation about Ikigai Ventures, Sigma, how we close this wonderful loop of partnerships using the powerhouse marketing that your group is, and also the venture fund?
With pleasure. I think it's best to start with Sigma, right? It's the first thing that started 8-9 years ago. So we launched this exhibition in gaming, exhibition, conference, summit, show, call it whatever you want. And we have close to 20,000 people coming to this expo in Malta every November. And the community is vibrant. We have over 600 exhibitors, another 200 sponsors, hundreds of startups who apply each year to take part. And that's our flagship show, right? We have Sigma in Malta, but then we also have Sigma in Kiev, targeting the CIS markets. We have Sigma in Toronto, targeting North America. And we also have Sigma in Dubai coming up in March, targeting the GCC as well as the Asian community. So we have 4 big shows around the world to make sure that the entire globe is covered. Not only our gaming show, but we also have a blockchain and crypto show sitting alongside the gaming show. And we also have a third show focusing on digital marketeers, affiliates, SEO gurus. So we have 3 shows: the gaming show, the blockchain and crypto show, and the affiliate digital marketing show. When those 3 audiences come to our show, the cross-pollination between the 3 is phenomenal, because we don't hold these shows in different venues. We don't hold them in different dates or in different cities. We make sure that the 3 shows are sitting side by side in the same venue, in the same city, on the same dates. So we have folks like Andreas Antonopoulos or Vitalik Buterin coming to the blockchain show, and before they know it, they're rubbing shoulders with the gaming crowd, the legends from gaming, and also the legends from digital marketing, affiliation. And you can imagine the explosion of ideas that happens during our shows is unlike any other show you've been before. So that's in a nutshell what we do with the Sigma Group. It's not only a show that happens, 3 days a year, but we also have a media arm to complement all this content that goes out in our conferences. So we have a media arm that goes on 24/7 to 65 days a year. We also have print publications. As old school as this may sound, we believe a lot in having magazines like this for gaming, magazines like this for blockchain, given out to companies all over the world by post. Nothing quite beats the scent of print paper and amazing content that comes out on publications like these. And I believe there's a lot of opportunities also to put many of these startups that come to us, in front of who matters the most. So every 3 months we have these publications coming out. They go to 10,000 companies, gaming, blockchain, crypto companies all over the world. And the traction that we see from those print publications, as old school as they may sound, is also really, really encouraging. So that's about the Sigma Group. We do events, we do media, and we connect people. Because of the healthy network, I don't want to talk too much, so feel free to stop me, Irina. But
No, please. This is very useful, because this is very important for our community to understand the extent to which the benefit that this partnership will bring to the community, and also that what we can give back.
Yeah, these are not just people who come to the show once and they forget all about it, right? These are companies who pay us thousands of euros because they want to exhibit at our show, and they have kept on coming year after year. So we have a proven track record with these companies. They trust us. They trust us with spending money on our shows, and we're very, very proud to have this platform. We know a lot of investors, a lot of companies who trust us with their money, and there's a lot of startups who come to us begging us for a small presence. And we never said no to all of these. Because of this healthy ecosystem that we've built throughout the 8 years with Sigma, we felt it was the right time to launch Ikigai Ventures. Ikigai Ventures is there to connect all those entrepreneurs who are helping us with the deal flow, connect all the limited partners who are investing in our fund to the hundreds of startups that are passing through our deal flow. And we've only launched it a couple of weeks ago. We have all the 20 million cap that we wanted to raise committed. and we expect to be deploying this capital starting Q1 2022. Very exciting times. It's my first experiment as a general partner, but I'm cautiously optimistic also by having Irene on my side as a fellow GP that we're going to blow this thing off the roof.
Yes, and for those who want to sort of understand a little bit more about the cycle, think about a baby project. They have fantastic idea, they have fantastic founders, and what do they need? They need capital, seed capital it's called, to start blooming, to start growing. So that's where the Ikigai ventures come in. Then what do you need in order to expand? You need a powerhouse of marketing. That's where the Sigma Group comes in with their reach of media of something like 350 partners and their affiliates. It's just crazy. Then once the project has reached the stage where they can be meaningfully represented at the IDO space, that's where Uplift comes in. This is where our community comes in, because it's all great to have a wonderful project supported by, let's say, 3 or 4 VCs, but that's not what the crypto space is about. The crypto projects need hundreds and hundreds and thousands of users, and that's where Uplift comes in for the public sale. And then later on as well, the Sigma comes in to bring in the powerful gaming community as users for the project. Let's not forget how hot at the moment gamify is. I think that's what keeps Alex still alive with 17-hour days or maybe 20-hour days. That's what the gamify is absolutely amazing. Alex, what do you think? Do you see?
Yeah, I just wanted to share all of those emotions that we've got after partnering with the Ikigai Ventures and with you guys, with Sigma, with Imam. Basically, what does it mean for us? What's in it for us? We may have a lot of amazing, unique projects that almost nobody got access to coming in to our platform, being there. And since we're the luckiest people in the world, perhaps, these projects are from the most booming industry. You got the NFT component and the gamified components. You marry them together and you get a lot of traction, a lot of excitement, and these are just cool projects. We've been whispering secretly between about the projects that may join us, and that's just the start. That's just a start. From our standpoint, we can provide a lot. We can provide a lot of value to people who want to join externally and participate for each and every other project. We can introduce all of those farming incentives, launches, IDOs, token tractions, and I mean, what else there is to talk about? This is incredible. This is incredible for all of us.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're very happy to have Iman as the first partner, the first of many, because that's what Shyla needs. She needs a huge community to manage. I mean, we already have fantastic community. We need to what's the plan? 10 times. I can't speak English anymore. 10 times it by the end of the year.
Hopefully. That's the plan. Let's see how we do. But we need our community to help us do that, don't we? Can't do it alone. So we need our partners and our community, and I'm sure together we can achieve anything. So yeah, why not 10 times?
Fantastic. Here's our common KPI for the end of the year next year. And Iman, do you want to talk a little bit more about the fund, the specifics? Alex, do you want to launch the presentation?
Oh, absolutely.
That's why we have the tech lead on the call, to make sure everything is working.
You're supposed to see my screen right now.
Well, Ikigai Ventures, right? This is, some might wonder actually why Ikigai. Ikigai is I think one of the most beautiful words in the world. It's in Japanese. It cannot be translated to English. And there was a sociologist once who was wondering, why do people in this island in Okinawa in Japan are more likely to live over 100 years of age than anywhere else in the world. So he went there, he did his sociological studies, and he found out that what made these people unique is they lived by the philosophy of Ikigai. Ikigai basically means if you hit 4 circles, you have found your Ikigai. And those circles are whether you love to do what you're doing, whether you're good at it, whether it compensates you well, and whether it's great for society. So if you have hit those 4, you have found your Ikigai. And more or less, we want to invest in founders that either have found their Ikigai because we know they're going to stick to it consistently for a long time. They're not going to get bored or burned out. Or we want to invest in founders that are close to finding their Ikigai, and we want to help them get there. We know that founders who have found their Ikigai will likely stick to a project much longer, thus making sure that whoever we're deploying funds on is going to show us the returns that we're expecting. So that's a bit of a small introduction on why Ikigai Ventures, right? And I would strongly suggest you Google it if you want to know a bit more about this beautiful word. Next slide. Yes, that's a bit about us. 9 years ago, I started this company called the Sigma Group, which organizes Sigma, organizes AIBC, organizes Affiliate Grand Slam, as well as MedTech World Symposium. 4 different verticals, which between them attract thousands of companies. So this helps to shed light on the network that we enjoy as a company. These are companies who trust us with their money. These are companies who trust us with their time. They make time to travel to our shows, speak at our shows, prepare to speak, pitch, whether they're a startup. So there's a very, very healthy ecosystem already. And Ikigai Ventures, I must say, is also riding heavily on the success of those events and on the great reputation that we've been blessed with those shows as well.
And can I please add, at the Malta show that we just returned from, the Prime Minister of Malta comes over, shakes the hand of Imam and thanking him for organizing the event and for bringing so much light and attention to the wonderful, community that Malta is, to the economy of Malta. Because I'm not really sure from the GDP point of view, but you would have probably taken over
it helps a lot, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Look, during the month of that week of the show, all the hotels in Malta are packed, and this is usually a low season for the country. So everyone it's like a feeding frenzy. Everyone is feeding off the show. It's the joys of being a big show, a big fish in a small tank in a small country, right? We really make an impact.
Don't underestimate yourself. A royal family in the UAE came over and shook your hand when you did the event in Dubai in May this year, as well as ministers within the UAE. So it's not only Malta, because that's your backyard, but also you did your first show in Dubai in May 2021. 5,500 people showed up.
The government of Dubai backs us heavily. They even endorsed our show financially. The government in Toronto is also supporting what we're doing in North America heavily. And very often we have governments outbidding one another because they want us to move the show from country X or city X to city Y. So it's a great problem to have. And it's not just the small states, but also the big states enjoy seeing a healthy community coming to their city once a year, right?
And now this healthy community is all being united around Ikigai.
That's right. That's exactly what I felt was missing, right? We bring all these great people together in a city. All right, we make a good buck by setting up this great expo, but I felt there was more we could do, right? To make sure there's some more stickiness to it. And that's out of that need, Ikigai Ventures took off. Next slide. Was targeting 20 million. Why just 20 million? Some have asked me. It's our first fund. We want to make sure that the few companies we invest in, we also mentor, we help to accelerate, and we give them a lot of TLC, a lot of tender love and care. You can't do that by deploying a lot of capital on a lot of startups. So we want to remain focused on the startups that we invest in. And we felt that 20 million would be a decent size to make sure that over the first 4 years, we have enough bandwidth to deploy all the capital. So 20 million, 8 years term. 8 years means that Q1 2022, we start deploying the funds that we raised over the first 4 years. Then after the first 4 years, on the next 4 years, we start harvesting. So we want to start seeing those returns on the startup that we invested in, so we keep our investors happy.
And also to add, this is a venture deal, right? So investing in the equity of companies and also in the tokens of the company. So of course the tokens will not be the 8-year deal. There will be like much faster investments. That's where the Uplift comes in for much faster incubation space, because in crypto and blockchain everything happens so much faster than in traditional industries.
Let me just tell you from my side, because I love going over the numbers, and the numbers here are really conservative, guys. So the management fee is quite low, and the raise is not crazy. And this means dedication. This means carefulness. And this means willing to see where it goes, willing to use it.
Yeah. Oh, and let's not forget the management fee. It includes also the great deal of contribution that the Sigma Group is going to be giving to the startups and the LPs we get committed in the fund. For example, all the investors that come in to pitch in for that 20 million raise, all the investors are enticed to come to Malta, all expenses paid, business flights, top hotels. So for a couple of days, the 40, 50 investors that we have on board will be rubbing shoulders with each other. We'll have the annual general meeting. And it's also one of the best networking opportunities for them. Then for the startups we invest in, we're obviously going to be using the Sigma platform by giving them space where they can exhibit, giving them space on stage where they can pitch their products. So there's a lot of added value which the Sigma Group can bring to this fund.
And I think what is super exciting is we're talking about seed stage, we're talking about early stage, but let's not forget the companies will need A, B, C, D rounds, right? And if I wish I could share the names of the LPs, because then it would be just absolutely mind-blowing just to understand what sort of tycoons are behind Ikigai Ventures. We're not talking about, simple guys like myself and Alex, although we're very honored to be partnered with Ikigai, but we're talking about, huge tycoons who will not only take the companies through A and B and C round, but dare I say all the way to IPO listings on NASDAQ New York, let's say. So that's the powerful thing of it. It's and it's a long-term thing, right? So you're not here to make a quick buck, but you are here to Ikigai is here to handpick those gems, clean them up, cut them up, and make them exhibit at New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, and let's not forget also when there's projects who actually have a user case, we have our expo where to support them and make all the introductions necessary for their project to really pick up speed, right? So we're already speaking to a lot of startups, and some of them really have the potential to scale up if only they have the right introductions. And we know the who's who in the gaming industry. We know the who's who in the blockchain and the crypto industry. And then you guys know the community, right? When it's time to really crank things up, that's where you guys come in as well. So, I see a lot of synergies here across the events, across the fund. and with Uplift as well.
I close my eyes, guys, and I imagine this world where one of the biggest community and one of the strongest gaming/media company come together and create something beautiful. Isn't it cool?
In fact, later on, probably we'll play 1 or 2 videos just to show the sheer size of entrepreneurs doing business at one of our shows, just to help visualize a bit how we can support those startups that come along the way.
We live in a digital world, right? Everything can be done digitally nowadays, but I also 100% will confirm that nothing replaces the human interaction. When you go to an event and you meet a person to person, not only that, you start exchanging the opportunities right away. Okay, we have this, can we do this together? Then this person drags in somebody else into the conversation saying, okay, this guy needs to be part of the deal. Then this guy goes, okay, let me just call this guy. And then suddenly you're 5 people standing in the middle of the exhibition making literally multi-million-dollar agreements just there, just then. That's what happens. And nothing can replace a human interaction. And we will share all the links of the next event, which will happen. Where will it be?
In Dubai.
Oh wow! Oh, I forgot. It is going to be Dubai, and we're of course inviting all of our community to make it to the event, and maybe we can even get some Uplift discount rate to the ticket. Wink, wink, and have as many of uplifters rubbing shoulders with amazing projects in Dubai. Next slide.
Oh, the movie. Brilliant.
Hot. Magic.
It's promising.
Cool.
Amazing.
Overwhelming. Thrilling.
Electric.
Awesome.
Crazy. Different. Busy.
Amazing. Awesome.
Unique. Good quality.
Busy.
Exceptional.
We must say this. There's been a lot of energy and good energy at Sigma again this year. So you know, well done to everybody.
It's a really important stepping stone for us here at the moment at Sigma to be able to go into 2020.
To you as well. Congratulations. We are the champions. Well done. Congratulations.
More customers, more business, more connection, more interesting information, and more fun.
It's one of like the top 2 to go to each year for sure. A lot of the conferences I think you can miss, but Sigma is the one to be at.
All right, let's go to the next one. Ooh.
And this is the
other movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. Welcome to the United Arab Emirates. All of you have to come here and see that this is the place to be and experience it.
Industry needs this event for networking, for opportunities, for business opportunities.
These financial tools are creating ubiquitous financial participation or inclusion, giving everyone on the planet with a cell phone access.
Social media is
Something new and something fresh.
Data project.
digital assets.
The only chance humans have to have freedom is Bitcoin at this point. I don't see anything else on the horizon.
Things are very well. Everybody is compliant, and there are a lot of opportunities right now.
Because we're online and you create a relationship, it's only going to grow, and we haven't seen anything yet. We haven't seen the virtual reality, augmented reality, and holograms coming into play.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AGS's first ever startup pitch.
With the resources that this competition is giving us now, that's just going to be easy, and we're really excited to put that to good use.
No, this event was amazing. I mean, honestly, after this event, for months, people were buzzing. And I'm very, very happy that the event will be in March next year again. And we're all going to see you. Hopefully, we're all going to see you there.
All right. So there's been a beautiful presentation of Ikigai Ventures. Perhaps we shall speak some closing words, starting with Imam.
Some closing remarks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's an ambitious journey. I promised my wife I will slow down in 2030 after the end of the 8-year after the end of the 8-year fund term comes to a close. So now she has this 2030 pictured in our minds. But until then, there's no stopping us, right? I'm leaving no stone unturned to make sure that all the LPs in our circles, all the investors, all the startups, the entire community is getting the best buck for the money. And I'm very, very proud to be walking this journey with Irina as my fellow general partner in Ikigai Ventures. When it comes to Sigma, I'm also looking forward to this world domination with expos in gaming, in emerging tech, in digital marketing, in medical health as well. So very, very bright future. And I look forward to collaborating with Uplift because you guys bring a very important element to the formula.
Thank you, Imam. Very kind. Absolutely honored to be to be your fellow general partner. I mean, we started working together as colleagues, became friends, and now here's time to merge the amazing gaming and the crypto space. And, you know, I close my eyes and I see beautiful, huge things that we can do. And of course, benefiting LPs of Ikigai, benefiting the community of Uplift, because one of the Ikigais is to make money while doing good things and while doing what we love and benefiting the world. So here we are, and huge work ahead for Shaila, for the community, because just imagine once we start working with affiliates and we started working with the gaming communities. These are all the people that we need to bring on board.
That's right. Thanks again, Irina.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Shaila. Thank you, Alex. And we will see you next week. And next week, we have some updates that we've all been waiting for a while. So fingers crossed, all the T's will be crossed and all the I's will be dotted by end of this week. So next week we have early Christmas present for everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Stay tuned.